Welcome back to another episode of Mind Talk with Sarah and Morteza. Today, we're exploring one of the most powerful skills that shapes our entire lives, the art of decision making. Every single day, we make choices, some small, some life-changing. From what we eat to who we spend time with, every decision builds the path we walk on. But the truth is, many of us struggle when it comes to making the right choices.
That's so true, Sarah. Decision-making sounds simple, but it's one of the hardest things in life because every choice carries consequences and uncertainty. We often fear making the wrong move, so we overthink, we delay, and sometimes we do nothing at all. But as the saying goes, not making a decision is also a decision. Today, we're going to talk about how to make better decisions, what stops us from deciding, and how to trust ourselves even when life feels unclear.
Morteza, let's start with this. Why do you think making decisions feels so difficult for most people, especially when it comes to big life choices?
I think one main reason is fear, the fear of making mistakes. We live in a world where everyone wants certainty, but life never gives that. We want to see the result before we even act, and that's impossible. So we hesitate. We forget that the best way to learn is by deciding, acting, and then adjusting. Every great decision maker was once a beginner who wasn't afraid to fail.
That's so true. I used to struggle with that a lot, overthinking every small thing, trying to make it perfect. But perfection doesn't exist in decision making. What helped me was realizing that clarity comes after action, not before it. You don't always need to see the full.
Exactly. Sometimes, the worst thing you can do is wait for the perfect time. Because while you're waiting, opportunities pass. A good decision made in time is often better than a perfect one made too late. I think people forget that decisions create momentum. Once you move, things start aligning. Right. Emotional intelligence is everything. It's not about being cold or emotionless, but about not letting temporary feelings control permanent choices. A decision made in anger or fear can change your whole path. But when you act from calmness and awareness, even if things go wrong, you'll know you did your best with a clear mind.
That's a great way to put it. I also think values play a big role. If we don't know what really matters to us, like honesty, family, growth, or peace, we'll always feel confused. But when you know your values, your decisions become easier. You can simply ask yourself, yes, and that trust comes with time. You can't expect to be confident in decision-making if you never take small risks. Start with little things: what to focus on, how to spend your time, what habits to build. Every small decision strengthens your confidence muscle.
And every mistake strengthens your wisdom. People often see wrong decisions as failures, but I see them as lessons. Each bad decision teaches you something valuable, what to avoid next time. The more you decide, the sharper your intuition becomes.
That's so true. I think of decision-making like driving in fog. You can't see the whole road, but as you move, the next few meters become clear. Life works the same way. You can't plan everything, but if you move with intention, the path reveals itself step by step.
I love that image. You know, one thing that helps me is asking myself 3 questions before any big decision. Will this matter in 5 years? Am I doing this out of fear or out of growth? If I say yes to this, what am I saying no to? These questions keep me focused on long-term happiness instead of short-term comfort.
That's brilliant. And I'd add one more: does this decision align with who I want to become? Because every choice shapes your future self. If you want to be disciplined, make disciplined decisions. If you want peace, make peaceful ones. The future version of you depends on what you choose today.
Exactly. And people need to remember that indecision also has a cost. Every time you delay or avoid making a choice, you lose time, energy, and sometimes opportunities that never return. The courage to decide is what separates dreamers from doers.
Yes. And we can't forget that not all decisions will bring immediate results. Some choices take months or even years to show their value. That's why patience is also part of good decision-making. You have to give your choices time to work.
Patience and perspective, those two words describe wise decision makers perfectly. They don't rush, but they also don't freeze. They act when it's time and stay calm through uncertainty.
That's the balance: logic and intuition, patience and courage. When those come together, your decisions not only guide your life but also inspire others.
So, friends, if you're facing a big choice right now, take a deep breath. You don't need all the answers. You just need honesty, self-awareness, and courage. Remember that every choice, even the small ones, shapes who you become.
Yes. Don't fear wrong turns, fear standing still. Life rewards those who dare to decide, to take steps, and to learn along the way. Each decision is a seed, and with time, those seeds become the story of your life.
Beautifully said. Thank you all for listening to Mind Talk with Sarah and Morteza. We hope today's episode helps you trust yourself more and see decision-making not as pressure but as power.
Until next time, stay thoughtful, stay confident,